Elvis had Ghostwriters, right?
No. But Mark, Elvis is a singer. The gift of an MC is your mind and your pen. You stay over there because it's not coming from you.
This is like pulling punches. Like how do you do that? How do you hold that and destroy it?
I'm about to kill you. I'm telling you like really calmly, and I'm just introducing the idea of sort of, you know, conditioning you for your death.
Who knows? Maybe this will end up in court. Oh, that would be something to watch, wouldn't it? I would love to see Drake and Kendrick in the courtroom.
This is Matt Marc Remarks, where we react to content, review the material and context, and serve up our remarks, all leading to the final score using the patented Matt Marc Remarkable scoring system. Stay tuned this episode for breakdowns, backstories, and bruv banter. And for deeper analysis on our thoughts, feelings, and theories, check out the Remarkable Uncut series on the channel. This is Matt Marc Remarks, where Mark and Matt do just that.
Hello guys, this is the Matt and Marc Remarks show where Mark and Matt do just that. I am Matt.
I'm Mark.
And today we're listening to Kendrick Lamar's first official full response, Euphoria.
Long-awaited response.
Long-awaited response. Tailor-made freestyle came out on the 19th of April, and this song came out on the 30th of April. You work them hands like babe.
Already feel sorry for Drake.
V12 is a fast one. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.
Holy hell. Just feel like you need a moment of silence to respect the death of Drake's side of his beef, really. Fucking hell, like, forget the beef, thick track, beginning to end. And just, oh man, just so intelligent as well. That's the thing. Drake thinks that he's smart. Kendrick is smart. Kendrick is just super intelligent and struck that in 17 days. Are you having a laugh?
You know what, bro? The further we get into this, things will become even clearer. It's crazy. If you pull up just a single cover, so the track itself is called Euphoria, and then obviously it's got the breakdown, a feeling of well-being or elation. Apparently, it is the change in mood, the feeling of euphoria and reduced anxiety that prompts people to start using this dangerous drug. And then another example they gave is they had almost a week to recover from the euphoria of Tuesday's series-winning victory.
No accident.
It's not an accident. Have you heard of the show Euphoria?
No.
No? It's got Zendaya in it.
Don't think so.
So Euphoria is a show primarily about like high schoolers, teenage kids, quite hyper-sex show, especially for it to be about teenagers. It can be quite graphic. Drake happens to be executive producer on Euphoria, on that show.
Okay.
Drake's show is Euphoria.
Euphoria.
That line there, you probably could tell, was reversed.
Everything they say about me is true. And really got me that last word.
Yeah, it's Earth. What? That line comes from the movie The Wiz. So The Wiz is a 1970s film. A bunch of musical artists, including Michael Jackson, black rendition of The Wizard of Oz. That line is from Richard Pryor, who's playing The Wizard of Oz. It's when the curtain is pulled back and his charade is exposed.
You're nothing but a phony.
I'm out. The wizard's out. He's not here.
No more lies. You're a terrible man.
I'm right here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everything they say about me is true. I'm a phony. I got no powers. I got no right to be pretending to be the Wiz. I got nothing. Hocus pocus.
Richard Pryor, and you had Diana Ross there. Michael Jackson played the Scarecrow in that. Here's another thing. You have to examine that. Like, you have to put your brain into thinking mode, doing what the fuck is this rewind thing? And you're either going to look at the lyrics and look at it backwards like we've just done, or you're going to look online, you're going to do some kind of research or whatever.
Euphoria.
What the hell?
I don't even know what they're saying. It's in reverse.
All right, that's something being played backwards, it sounds like.
What in the backwards language was that?
Euphoria.
I had to pull up. This is Kendrick we're dealing with.
Even how the songs start, like Kendrick do everything like with intent. What's up with this reverse? When I seen this drop, my wheels immediately start turning.
Oh, listen, I do be knowing about Kendrick. Listen, I had to pull up Genius.
Kendrick is making you interested in the lyrics. Them superpowers getting neutralized, I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid, now spiraling. The superpowers getting neutralized, a superpowered, steroided, but that's now getting neutralized. And Kendrick is just sort of silently, he's just observing it all. Hasn't responded. He's just watching him spiral, looking paranoid. The famous actor. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. That's tailor-made. You're moving like a degenerate. Dug up Tupac's legacy, used as fake rendition of his voice, paid it no respect, and it's feeling very distasteful. That's exactly what it was. I calculate you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle. Fabricating stories on a family front, because you heard Mr. Morale, the album Mr. Morale. Pathetic master manipulator, I can smell the tells on you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection. FUBU, the initials themselves stand for us, by us. It was a black-owned fashion company. We made it. It's for us and it's by us.
F is for the fatties. Where my
Do you want me to?
Yeah, but
I don't know if you remember that rumor back in the day. It's actually been proven to be not true since. Tommy Hilfiger wasn't happy that black people were adopting his clothes. It was intended for preppy, well-to-do white people, and then all of a sudden black people started rocking Tommy Hilfiger. And what's mad is that, like, I remember that. I don't remember where I heard it, but I was young when I heard it, and it's just one of those things that you always believed.
I want you to dispel a big rumor.
Tommy was on Oprah and didn't like when black people wear his clothes. The internet just came out, and this was about 95. First of all, he'd never been on Oprah. He was on Oprah about 5 years after that because finally Quincy Jones was like, you need to go on Oprah. She needs to dispel the rumors. So she did. She was like, he never said that, or he's never been on here except right now.
Tommy Hilfiger did fall out of fashion with black people. It stuck. That's the accepted reality. So here it's Kendrick saying, for you, it's never been about for us and by us. That's never been you.
For us, by us, to us at that time wasn't a race thing. It's more of a hip-hop cultural thing. We from New York. We got Dominican friends. We got Cuban friends. We got white friends.
We dressed MC Serge.
Like in the hip-hop, it wasn't a color thing. So our thing for us, by us was like more of a cultural thing for the hip-hop community. By the hip-hop community.
That's enough to make such a point. Tommy Hilfiger, you've never been FUBU. The whole scene is just laid out like you just understand it. By the way, nothing changed at all. I'm just like a black Hugh Hefner. That's not weird. I make music that electrifies them. You make music that pacifies them. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Kendrick makes music that electrifies people. We gonna be all right. The people themselves took that song and used it as like a modern day war cry and represents that energy of collectiveness and black culture.
Marchers have been using the chorus of Kendrick Lamar's All Right as a rallying cry to promote the urgency of their cause.
We gon' be alright. 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 We gon' be alright.
Kendrick makes music that electrifies people, makes you feel, and makes you think. You make music that pacifies people, music that lulls people to sleep, just keeps them subservient, just looking at the lights.
Then we'll just keep partying all day long. Hot girls, music, dancing, and bikinis and headphones. Party, 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 party.
I think you said actually early on, you know that you definitely experienced Drake as background music. Mass consumption, you know, it's everywhere.
Like, is Drake hip hop?
Drake is pop to me.
In the sense that it's charting like pop music?
In the sense, like, if I was in Target, a lot of his music is compatible with shopping. or it's you know, shopping with an edge in certain instances.
Entertaining, fun, good, it's formulaic.
It's likable.
Likable music, yeah.
How substantive is it really? But then he also says, I can double down on that line. Spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Another flip on to pacify someone or a pacifier. Do you give babies pacifiers, don't you? I can double down on that pacifier line. But I'll spare you this time. That's a random act of kindness. How nice of Kendrick. Let's say the age of some of Drake's target audience.
I'm not gonna have me get carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you? Oh, 17. Why do you look like that? You dick. Look at all this.
I'm scared. No! No, please, no more. Get the phone. Call 911.
A master manipulator and habitual liar too, but don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you. That's just a sick line. What a friend, if you've got shit to hide. You know, when I heard this, I was like, confirmed, because he does this series called The Heart. So it's like The Heart Part 1, The Heart Part 2. And on The Heart Part 4, he was very clearly going at people. I then thought he was talking about Drake. I think he was also talking about Big Sean off of the back of that Control verse that we'll react to as well at some point. And that's what got Drake in his feelings.
Yeah, and nothing been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sense of the rapper back in his pajama clothes. Ha ha, joke's on you, high five. I'm bulletproof.
And in that song, The Heart Part 4, he says exactly that.
Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you.
So as soon as I heard that, I was like, wow, this is happening now.
I loved how it started off like that, man. Just caught me off guard. Almost sounded like a love tune. Just that kind of tempo and kind of like seducing you into it almost. Like a full sense of security in it before the track gets into it. Which again is just so intelligent to put his art first before his emotions. It's not what you're expecting.
The beat as well, that's like a Kendrick album vibe. Took me back again to Pimp a Butterfly, that sort of pocket. I loved it because I knew it was just him sitting down. Let's talk.
Oh yeah.
Pull up a chair, let's just have a chat.
Now listen to me, you little bitch. You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I see
what I'm saying.
I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you? No, it don't.
I could argue, and I will argue, like the first minute of Euphoria is wholly deeper in substance than the whole of push-ups. He's not saying much. He's certainly not saying much about Kendrick. He's short, he's getting robbed of his like contract.
Yeah, his shoe size.
His shoe size, again, you're short. And then he just mentions Whitney. He doesn't say really anything. And then the very first few seconds of Euphoria, everything they say about me is true. Just that in itself, bro. I had to do more research on that than the whole of push-ups.
Just like, you haven't affected me at all. I'm just here as cool as ever, like just been sitting back, silent, calm, like while you're getting all emotional.
And then he starts rapping. Just like you said, bro, before I heard this, I was thinking, fuck, Kendrick's gonna come out gunning for this guy. It's just gonna be like a rabid fucking dog. And it wasn't that. So many people in the comments were like, oh man, like, what's all this soft soul shit?
Like, why are you talking to this nigga like he's in your office? My nigga, like, relax. This slow flow shit's fucking me up, bro. It really is, man. And you need to come a little bit more than that, K-Dot.
And I'm like, bro, like, do you understand what he's saying to this man? Like, very calmly, I'm seeing you fall apart. I know who you are. I've always known who you are. It's always been who you are. And then he ends it with, don't lie about me, and I won't tell the truth about you. Calmly. Imagine if someone said that to you calmly, but like, yeah, bro, no, it's cool, man, it's cool. Like, don't tell them about me, I won't tell the truth about you. Verse 1, yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay? Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay? I ain't thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay? Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house like I'm Joe, okay? When I first heard this, Taylor Made and Drake was saying, I know you're scrambling, like writing lyrics, when you gonna drop now, you're too scared, it's been a week. And he was just like, bro, I'm on an island somewhere, I don't give a fuck about all this shit, because I'm not thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay? Now, there was a bar by J. Cole with Benny the Butcher. He said something like, someone come for me, you can meet the wrath of the reaper.
This nigga want me on the song, he gon' see the wrath of the reaper. I'm probably gon' go to hell if Jesus asks for a feature.
In close proximity to what happened with J. Cole, him backing out, I don't care about J. Cole or anyone saying that they can kill me. I'm reaping what I sow. I'm on an island chilling. I've been working hard. I'm enjoying that. I move on my time. I'll get to you when I'm ready. You've got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house like I'm Joe, okay? That could be Benjamin Franklin and one of the other American presidents. I've got money in my house and I'm good. More specifically, obviously you're seeing the names Jackson, Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson. And it says Hellcat, maybe some boys and them type sell their soul away. Everybody want to be demon till they get chipped by a throwaway. What do you get from the demon line?
In the same context where you kind of say like if someone's killing it, everyone want to be demon, one that no one wants to mess with. Is he hinting at something else? Drake being such like an industry guy, is he kind of like referencing that lines have got blurred between the industry and something else?
So much you can pull from it. When I first heard it, I was thinking about the Mark of the Beast, you know, the microchip. But then also Future, one of his middle names or something, is Damon. The whole kind of accusation of Drake kind of being around people to soak up their vibe, being a fucking succubus and just taking it and fucking off somewhere. So many different ways to look at it. And I might do a show a day, once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power and the fame will make you go away? J. Cole in his song, the song that he then apologized for, he said something about Kendrick does shows now, but he can barely fill out a show, which is still bullshit.
I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. He's still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons.
It says once a lame, always a lame. He's gone back to Drake. The money, the fame, or power won't make you go away. That's you. You are you. You were lame once and you're currently a lame.
That's so good.
Bro, it gets better. So Drake was an actor. He was in a program called Degrassi, like a teen sort of drama show. The character he played in it became a cripple, wheelchair Jimmy. He was shot or something in the show, put in a wheelchair.
Is that real? You made me do this. Rick put me in this chair for life. For life.
Once a lame, you started off as Jimmy, and you're still that same guy. In America, a lame is someone who is disabled. It's ridiculous.
Brilliant. Genius.
Have you ever played, have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever walked your enemy down, like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500 foul, like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. There was a lawsuit where a lady had accused Drake of essay. Funny enough, I think that woman was from the UK, like Manchester or something.
Drake filed a lawsuit against model and adult film star Layla Lace, claiming defamation and fraud following the fallout of the pair's sexual relationship.
Drake states that despite the interactions being consensual, Lace made public claims that he sexually assaulted her, but only after he denied her request for money in exchange for her silence in regard to their relationship and an alleged pregnancy.
Originally, she only accused him of getting her pregnant, not SA. Drake's attorney, however, claimed she refused to take a paternity test to validate her claims. Drake naturally refused her request for money, so she went to police. But the UK police rejected her request to press charges.
When the media didn't believe the pregnancy announcement because it was outed that it was fake, DJ Spade New York ended up DMing Laquana. What are you gonna do when people find out this is fake? She claims it's too late. I've already made money publicly.
The lawsuit was settled before trial, with both parties signing an order that said Laquana Morris hereby prohibited from making any statements pledging or insinuating that Drake assaulted her, abandoned her after getting her pregnant, or any other disparaging comments.
But there was never a mention of her retracting what was said. If I'm Drake and this person is telling lies on me, not only am I going to gag them, but she's gonna have to retract what they already told the public to clear my damn name. The rape allegations or the baby allegations.
Which is why it works out to around 500,000 in America. I think if I've got that right. Kendrick himself, I think a similar thing where he was trying to help one of his boys out, paid a lot of money and it still didn't go the right way. And then he says, I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns. And hop online, like pray for my city. He's faking for likes and digital hugs.
I'm about to click out on this shit, I'm about to click, whoa. I'm down to click out on you hoes and make a crime scene. I click the trigger on a stick like a high beam.
Tributes are pouring in after the violent murder of Drake-connected rapper Smoke Dogg, the rapper posting this tribute to his Instagram stories. All these gifts and blessed souls and inner lights being extinguished lately is devastating. I wish peace would wash over our city. So much talent and so many stories we never got to see play out.
There's many different examples you can provide to this when something has happened to a rapper in Canada and Drake has hopped onto socials and been like, oh, you know, pay for my city.
Horrible news has been released. Drake on Instagram, RIP to one of our family members, our brother. I still can't believe this morning was real. It was an honor to have shared years together, and I will always keep your memory alive. Some of you guys may not know Over Your Fifth, but on the song No Long Talk, Drake said, just no man like Chubbs, he's a fixer. Have I ever gotta fix things? Just no man like Fifth, he's a sickers. You get 10, he don't miss teams. That tells you what Fifth's job was. The man was a goddamn shooter.
His daddy a killer, he wanna be Junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky, I'll park his son. Now, there's a guy called Jay Prince, who's a very powerful and Godfather sort of figure. Long storied history in music, but also in the streets.
Jay Prince has been running the rap game in Houston for the last 40 years. He started Rap A Lot Records and made Drake famous. His name has had so much respect and power behind it, most rappers know better than to cross him and his Rap A Lot crew. People think Birdman and Lil Wayne are responsible for turning Drake into a superstar, but it was actually Jay Prince and his son Jazz. Jazz discovered Drake on MySpace and wanted his dad to sign him.
Since then, Drake has been signed to Jay Prince and he's signed to other people in different capacities as well. The theory is that when he says his daddy a killer, he's talking about Jay Prince. He want to be Junior, Jay Prince Jr. Must have forgot the shit that they done, dementia, running in his family. But let it get shaky, I'll Parkinson. You know what he's saying, yeah? Parkinson's, bro.
Yeah, I called out.
Just the bar. Then he says, the very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough today. I'll show you I learned from those mistakes. So he's talking about a Drake. A Drake is a Draco, that's slang for a gun. But also Drake is Drake. I didn't point down enough. So you know, like when you shoot a gun.
Yeah, you got the recoil.
Got the recoil. So he's saying, I didn't point down enough today. I'll show you I learned from those mistakes. So it's like, I'm not going to miss again.
Sometimes I just wish you had better aim. Finish your job.
Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make pop turn in his grave. Drake purchased a ring of Tupac.
There's actually an interesting story behind that ring. Yaki Gaddafi's mom had that ring. Pac had Yaki around him all the time. Pac died, Yaki took it like the hardest. And this one time, two friends of his came by. One of them pulled out a gun as a joke, and the gun went off, killed him. Very sad story. Yaki's mom had that ring, and she sold it at auction.
So Drake didn't even get it directly from her.
He got it from auction.
While the identity of the winning bidder was initially kept a secret, it looks like Drake was the one who forked out 7 figures to claim the crown ring for himself. In the early hours of Friday, July 28th, Drake posted a close-up photo on his Instagram stories of him wearing the regal artifact.
So Kendrick's saying, I'll pay double just to take off of you so Pac isn't turning into his grave. Cut dope business. You got shit twisted. What is it, the braids? Bro, there are just certain things that they will stay with you. I think personally, the cutthroat business, you got your twisted stuff, messing around with Pat. What did you think was gonna happen? Do you know what I mean? Is it the braids? Like what happened? Like is it the braids too tight?
This nigga Drake has braids again.
He got braids, and 2 months ago he got a high top? That's some fraud shit.
Where's all this hair coming from? It's just not making sense.
Drake just took a trip down to Tyler Perry's prop warehouse and picked out the finest set of braids. Nigga did it as if we didn't know how hair growth works.
This nigga Drake went and got a manual installation. Nigga. He installed cornrows into his head.
Look at it. Got the diamond ring on. I guess he's showing off. He got Tupac's ring and Faith Evans' lace front.
He printed out some braids. Yeah, they super glued printed braids onto his scalp.
I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, all to find out that Aubrey got a buzz cut? Oh no!
He installed it, champ. He downloaded some braids and put them on his head, yeah?
He got the whole baddie package. Drake, woman to woman, I feel you.
Cutthroat business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids? He knew.
Drake is a baddie, and you will respect him as such.
That's just how he says it. What is it, the braids? Oh man, I hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more. Okay. Drake got his feelings and was like, oh yeah, man. He said some really mean things. And he's like, okay, so like that shit happened back in the day. You don't want to work with me? Okay, that's fine. Like, it's cool, man. You know, like, okay. And then he says, it's 3 goats left. And I've seen 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. So here, the 3 goes left again, big 3. Seen 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. Drake, J. Cole, bid on tour, you know, huggy, friendly. I love them to death. And in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. So he's actually saying, here, I'll explain what I love them to death means. 8 bars later. There's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no celly. So again, he's not big on phone calls and that sort of stuff. You know, I got language barriers. There's no accent you can sell me because Drake is known for being running around just doing mad different accents, British accents.
Somebody else tried to tell me that Birmingham's gonna be the best club.
Jamaican accent.
April 29th, the thing set, the thing dead, and trust me, headshot them
American hood accent.
What's up? Like, I've been texting you all day. You've been ignoring me. You hear me? Like,
Houston accent.
Yeah, we done gone country on y'all, boy. Man.
Like very, very Canadian accent.
I had the ball ready to shoot a 3. Are you guys out of your mind? Play the camera back. Jeez Louise, man.
A middle class, white, rich Canadian accent.
The guys at our school, instead of addressing people like the group, like saying like, what are you guys doing? Say man's like you. Yeah, so man's like you are going to that, and then this means like the group.
Crew. That's interesting.
It's not. It's really ignorant.
And he says, yeah, Cole and Aubrey, no, I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. Yeah, the crown's on my head, man. But if you want it, you're going to have to take it off my head. And he says, I pray they're my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. That was the 8th bar after he said, I love him to death. And then 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. And then he says, I pray they're my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. Now, YNW Melly is a rapper who is currently in court for a double homicide of 2 of his friends.
Latest on a South Florida rapper arrested and charged with murder.
His name is YNW Melly, and he's accused of gunning down 2 friends and then trying to cover it up.
Williams and Thomas were shot and killed in 2018 after a late-night studio session in South Florida. The prosecution argued Melly was the one who pulled the trigger, killing both of his friends. Most recently, Melly was mentioned in a now viral Kendrick Lamar diss track geared toward the rapper Drake. Kendrick rapped, yeah, Cole and Aubrey know I'm selfish. The crown is heavy, I pray they my real friends, but if not, I'm YNW Melly. Melly responded to the line saying in part, Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite rappers, so I feel honored and appalled.
Hasn't been proven. He's not guilty yet. So yeah, he's literally like, yeah, I love them to death. I hope they're really my friends because I'll kill them like YNW Melly. If not, obviously you won't actually kill them. Initially, on the first few listens, that went over some people's head. In 8 bars, I'll explain.
That's wild, huh? That's artistic on paper. More artistic to listen to that and realize what he's saying when he's saying it.
Bro, like even what he does with his voice. Pray they're my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. He goes murderous with it. It's
mate, I can't wait to get in the car and just play this song.
And I'm so jealous. I'm so happy. I'm so jealous that you get to experience it the first time. Since it's come out, bro, I've listened to other things. Don't get me wrong. I definitely have listened to other things. In constant rotation in the car, basically Euphoria and the last song that Kendrick dropped. It's such a banger. And it just means so much. It's not empty. That's the thing. It's like, it's not just words.
Oh, it's just rich, isn't it? Like, it's like a
stew. It's rich, bro. Oh my God.
9 hours on the stove.
That's how we compare Kendrick and Drake. It literally is fast food. Very, very popular. True. McDonald's is everywhere. Everyone knows McDonald's. You know what you're gonna get. You have an expectation. You can find it in any country in the world. You won't find those one-off gems, like a 5-star Michelin. It's soul food.
And it's nourishing.
And then you've got a Big Mac and chips. Hits the spot. Yeah, man, it tastes good for a while. You feel like shit a bit later. You've got microwave food and you've got fucking slow cooked.
Mama's home cooking.
Mama's home cooking, bro. Like grandma's cooking.
Grandma's home cooking.
It's flash and substance, man.
It's been blowing my mind. I've really been thinking about it. Kendrick's always been one of my favorite rappers ever. Love the music, love the vibe. But my goodness, learning double entendres, triple entendres. I've never really gone into lyrics so deep before. The level of artistry is just unreal. Think of someone like writing that many meanings into just one line to mean multiple things, and then you'll have 8 bars, but in them 8 bars you're actually saying 16 things at minimum. I can't get my head around it. To think about writing in that way, you got everything rhyming on top of it, the flow to it, the different styles of flow on top of that. And then the guy turned this out in 17 days? How's it even possible, man? I can't get my head around it. It's so masterful, so deep, so structured, so artistic.
It's just that genius level 1 in a billion generational artist. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push it T. Again, that's just every time I hear that T, I like chuckle, like a little giddy, like a little
It's just extra little caveats in it. Like, it doesn't need to be in there, but the fact that he pushes these little things.
Those brain worms that just stay with you. With Drake, I guess, his version of that would be like a really catchy, melodic lick. What Kendrick does with his voice. If he just said, what is it, the braids? It would have been cool, but What is it? The praise?
It's not just words, it's not just rhyming, it's not just flow, it's the instrumentality to his voice. It's almost like he's 4 or 5 different rappers all rolled into one. Soft to wild to calm to agitated to angry. And the fact he would just do that all in one song as well. It's just like,
seamlessly.
100%. Yeah, none of it sounds forced, none of it seems smashed together or just trying to do it for the sake of it. Somehow it just all works. Absolutely mental.
I don't like you popping shit for Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Now, the background of that, if you remember, Drake had a beef with Pusha T. That goes further back. What happened to that boy?
Bitch, cause in cash money, who ain't rich? Don't compare me to you, nigga. You ain't this. Whoa. What happened to that boy?
Neptunes. Was that Neptunes?
That was produced by the Neptunes. The Clips was on that song. And also on that song was Baby. The owner of Cash Money Records, which is the imprint that then went on to make Young Money Records, which was led by Lil Wayne. Young Money signed Drake. What happened to that boy? Birdman apparently didn't pay Pharrell or the Neptunes for the beat.
Birdman had shafted Pharrell Williams and the Neptunes for payment and or royalties on the What Happened to That Boy beat. Pharrell never spoke publicly about this, but apparently he vowed never to work with any more Cash Money artists.
There was a dispute with that, and then later on there was a thing where it was thought that Lil Wayne was basically swagger jacking the Clips. Pharrell started wearing overline Bathing Ape by a designer called Nico. He was making that look very popular, and then apparently Lil Wayne was then like featured on Vibe or something, one of these sort of big publications, and he had Bait on along with the issue with Birdman. Clips and Pharrell then had a bit of friction with Lil Wayne.
Pharrell meets Nigo, sees his clothing line Bape aka Bathing Ape and begins to rock Bape heavy. Pharrell Williams even partnered with Nigo to launch the BBC Billionaire Boys Club clothing brand. Nigo himself connected with the Clips, so Bathing Ape clothes became a signature part of the Clips and Pusha T's fashion aesthetic. It appeared very quickly that Bathing Ape also became a signature part of Lil Wayne's fashion style, most famously donning a pink Bathing Ape hoodie on the cover of Vibe magazine. In response to all of this rap game copying, Pharrell and the Clips dropped the song Mr. Me Too. So in response, Lil Wayne retaliated in a 2006 Complex interview, going off the deep end saying he was the one that had made Bape cool, not Pharrell and not the Clips.
He might want to shut his fucking mouth because Lil Wayne ain't aggressive enough to mention myself, my brother, or any parts of this re-up gang regime.
So there's always been like a weird sort of tension and issues there. They were like the pioneers, literally working with the designer of Bathing Ape to bring it to the forefront. It's almost like Lil Wayne took it for himself, so people started associating him with the brand. Fast forward to Pusha T and Drake. I don't know if you remember, but Pharrell had the nerd chains, Chad and Shay. They were all like cartoon characters, and it was quite iconic. Drake bought those chains, just like how he bought Tupac's ring. In one of the tracks, Going Up Pusha, he said something about, I'm gonna melt down all of your boss's chains, about Pharrell.
Melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. Give a fuck about all of that heritage shit.
More recently, the Pharrell chains again made an appearance in one of Drake's disses to Kendrick. Kendrick and Pharrell worked together a lot. I think Pharrell's been on every album of Kendrick's.
Has he really?
Good Kid, Mad City. He's on the track. I think it's Good Kid. To Pimp a Butterfly, he did We Gon' Be Alright.
We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
I don't think he was on the Damn album, and then he was on Mr. Morale.
Kendrick is one of the greatest writers of our time. He knows how to be very disciplined with a subject. He knows that stickiness is important, and he knows that it has to feel great. And I watched him commit to that. I mean, he's different.
I think he's like one of the greatest that we have right now. He really is, and I think he's special.
He's dope. That's what you wanted to know? What I thought about Kendrick?
Very close working relationship. So Kendrick was like, I inherit the beef. Fuck all that pushing T, I said pushing Pharrell. Let me see you push a T. You're better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He didn't respond to Pusha T. He admitted defeat. He said, yeah, he won. Yeah, I'm a dad. I should have been a dad the whole time.
So it's not really much I can say better than Drake has a baby. He won.
And you're better off spinning back on Pusha T instead of fucking with me. And then he says he's Terrence Thornton, which is Pusha T's name. And he says, I'm Terrence Crawford, yeah, I'm whooping feet. Terrence Crawford is like a boxer. He's actually a sick boxer. And whooping feet basically means to beat someone out of their shoes. So you beat someone so bad they come out of their shoes. We ain't got to get personal. This is a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make Gunna wanna look like a saint. So the first line is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be personal. It's just a little friendly spar. Let's just keep it that way. And then he says, I know some shit about niggas that make Gunna wanna look like a saint. Gunna is a rapper from Atlanta. He's had a sort of brought up in buzz in the last, I guess, 5 or so years. He was recently linked to being called a snitch, basically, because there's a rapper called Young Thug who is, again, like massive. In that lane, it's like you've got Future and then you've got Young Thug. He's linked to like a street crew as well. Gunna, he basically admitted that this organization was of a criminal nature.
YSL is a music label and a game. And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the game. I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the game to the detriment of my community. YSL as a game must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes. There's some shit about you that will make Gunna want to look.
Damn. That's quite an accusation, huh?
Quite an accusation, yeah.
What they do?
This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say, I'm the biggest hater. This is about nothing else but just hate, just pure hate. It's about love and hate. And I'm the biggest hater that there is when it comes to you.
Yeah, I think the next part's quite self-explanatory.
Let me just provide the context.
I don't like anything about Drake. Mom, I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't. See, I be trying to tell his face. I don't like the way he walks, like nothing. I don't like his haircut. I might just let me shut up.
You can just see him getting worked up, gets to stop himself. Yeah, let me just calm down, man.
I hate the way that you look, the way that you walk.
I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's going to be direct. Such a hard bar.
Hits hard.
One of Kendrick's favorite rappers also. So again, all comes back down to the heart, Kendrick. We hate the bitches you fuck because they confuse themselves with real women. And notice I said we. It's not just me. I'm what the culture fits.
Yep, that's pretty deep.
That line could sum up the theme of this entire battle. It's actually a culture war. The further it goes in, like light is shed on that. How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? Your life is fabricated. How many more lies until we've had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? Obviously, black features could mean black features, black facial features. It could also be black artists featuring on your music. Drake is mixed race. A lot of this was, say, taken out of context. Kendrick was making it a racial issue.
Why Kendrick versus Drake is really about race, identity, black/Jewish relations.
His being Jewish and white and a mixed race person, challenging his racial identity, saying he's a culture vulture when he's a black man. He's from Canada, he ain't real. Idris Elba is from the UK. People still love him on The Wire.
This has never been about Drake's blackness. It has always been a critique about the way Drake responds to and weaponizes blackness in insidious and exploitative ways.
When you put on 15 chains and a pair of Timbs to go shoot the worst behavior video so you can look tough and use a black kid as your poverty prop, I have to make fun of you.
Drake has had minimal connection to the black American experience, and thus he performs blackness based on his consumption of black culture from an outsider perspective.
It's more so about culture as opposed to race, putting on and taking off blackness when it is convenient for him, put across these kind of stereotypical ideas and notions about black people, black culture.
A privileged Canadian child actor to tell someone from Compton that they're not hood enough because they've never shot or stabbed anyone before. Drake believes that shooting someone is what makes you black because his only real connection to being black is what he hears in the superficial bullshit music that he listens to.
And in other times, when you need to speak seriously about these issues, whether it be inside your music or outside publicly, advocating for black people, you'll know where to be seen.
He's talking about the way Drake pretends to be something that he's not, but has been so successful in this performance that he's changed hip hop into this fake facade.
This is why so many black people refuse to acknowledge your blackness, because you'll be the one to perpetuate every single negative black stereotype. But anytime there's a chance for you to speak out against any sort of injustice or any social issues in your music, you never do it. You want to to appeal to the widest demographic possible.
It's almost like more about the identity of race. If you're mixed race, I guess you have that liberty of being able to almost be a chameleon.
I'm sorry, you don't get to make pretend rap music and then use black people as an aesthetic when it's convenient for you, and say this in your music.
His proximity to whiteness, his lighter skin, make him the perfect actor to present blackness to non-black fans. An avatar cosplaying what they assume is the black experience.
Black people, am I standing right? Is this right? Is this cool? Am I cool? Am I strong? Am I a man? Daddy, am I a man?
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act up. You can make a nigga bring back puffy, let me see if Chubbs really cracks up. There was an incident where Sean Diddy Coombs slapped Drake or punched Drake or something.
Really?
There was a song that Drake eventually released called 0 to 100, and apparently the beat Diddy really wanted, and it's a known thing that Diddy put hands on Drake. So Chubbs is Drake's right hand / bodyguard.
This is a man who has allegedly beaten up civilians for wearing anti-Drake clothing in Toronto. Chubbs was part of that Canadian gang life before he elevated to being Drake's #1 henchman.
You say, let me see if Chubbs really does anything, because he didn't do it when Puff beat you up. My first one, like my last one, it's a classic, have one. And then he says, let your core audience stomach that, then tell them where you get your abs from. The line about my first one's like my last one, he's talking about his albums. Like a classic in most senses. It's one of those undeniable things that most people agree on.
It's like Objecitve, and it's like also like timeless. Everyone agrees, and you can listen to it 20 years later and it still sounds the same.
That's what a classic is. With Drake, what you generally find is that his fans will be like, oh yeah, no, this is a classic. This one was a classic. This one was a classic. He doesn't have one or two or three definitive classics.
What classic does Drake have?
Take Care, Nothing Was the Same.
I think Take Care is a classic. I think Nothing Was the Same is a classic.
Consensus hip-hop classics, and nobody can say shit about. I don't think Drake or J. Cole have a classic in that manner.
I would disagree heavily.
It's Take Care, and it's Nothing Was the Same. Where's the law?
There. Nothing Was the Same is a classic album.
To me, it is.
Yeah.
Take Care is a classic to me. But I just don't think everyone sees it that way.
I'm not considering that Drake has any unilateral classics that would be seen by the culture.
Does Drake have a classic album? It's called What a Time to Be Alive featuring Future! I'm bugging? I'm bugging? Nah, you bugging. That's not a classic album?
I'd give Take Care, I'd give Nothing Was the Same, and I might give, if you're reading this,
Take Care is a classic. Nothing Was the Same is a classic. What a Time to Be Alive, Views is a classic.
The tweet that goes viral is always like, oh my god, I missed 2016. It was Controller, One Dance, and Work. They weren't talking about views.
Take Care came out in 2011. We're in 2017. If 6 years later we're still in doubt, maybe the culture hasn't accepted it. Maybe it's really just Drake fans.
A lot of the Take Care album, in fact, some of the biggest songs on it were written by The Weeknd. Nothing Was the Same. The one Drake album that I've heard the most, sonically, was like the best to me. Kendrick, arguably, Good Kid, Mad City, classic. To Pimp a Butterfly, classic. A lot of people actually have that as like their favorite Kendrick album. Most have Good Kid, and then I've seen the squabble between To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn. All three of them are actually concept albums. Good Kid, Mad City is Kendrick's concept. To Pimp a Butterfly is kind of black culture as a whole, and then obviously you've got the connector string of Tupac, and then Damn, his musings of being a black Israelite, but then it's also his most openly commercial album, and then it also won a Pulitzer. I'm actually always surprised that wasn't done for To Pimp a Butterfly.
Because his most masterful work, or masterpiece, for so many different reasons, like musically, lyrically, conceptually, like, yeah, it's incredible. Not my favorite, but objectively, it has to be the most complicated and the most interesting.
It's like the best piece of work, even if it's not your favorite.
When I'm determining a classic, I think about how it made other musicians change their shit up. I think all these are classics.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yes,
no, that's a
classic album. What else?
What else? The one he won a
Damn is a classic too.
The one he won a Pulitzer Prize for.
Damn is a classic.
Yeah, what?
Good Kid, Mad City, classic. Damn, classic. I say 2.
Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, and To Pimp a Butterfly.
All right.
They're all classics.
Dog, To Pimp a Butterfly, your man got that just ranked as the #1 album of all time.
And Anthony Fantano.
Yes.
Would I name T-Pab as the greatest album of all time? I don't know if I would, but in times that I have revisited this record since I reviewed it originally, it has only grown on me more.
It was hard for me to listen to that shit, say this shit is not just like flawless. Like, I can't critique it. I felt it was almost a perfect album.
I'm feeling a 10 on this record. It's albums like this that
people use as benchmarks in musical history.
It's just one of those ones where it's got so much substance. It's almost like you have something that's so rich your body can't take all of the nutrients in at once. And I think in years to come, a lot of people will think that about Mr. Morale as well. And then he says, let your core audience stomach that, then tell them where you get your abs from. Now, you know that Drake has been, I say accused, but pretty undeniable with science and physics, really. But he's been known to have ab implants.
No way. Did not know that.
The fucking stomach. Did you see these abs?
I mean, does he not look like a Hulk Hogan figurine? I mean, look at this guy. It's just simply too fake.
I mean, you gotta be able to look at that photo and be like, I look crazy.
The shirt comes up and you do like the dickhead little kid move with the elevator buttons and you just bloop all of them. You just wipe them all and the whole thing is just...
It's like a concert piano, you know?
The doctors are taking the meat off of your damn flat ass chest and putting it to your ass. The owl tattoo is dehydrated. The owl is turned into a goddamn bat.
Drake mercilessly roasted for fake six-pack abs, arms, and chest sold separately.
Got the same titties, the same back, the same shoulders, and only new abs? Like you ain't want to buy the whole package, cheap ass nigga?
Hey, yo!
You missed leg and arm day, but only made it to core day.
Confirming $30,000 purchase of abs or up. Text Y if this is you.
When you have abs that defined, the rest of your body also has some kind of definition.
The first thing that I thought was ab etching.
What gave it away?
My eyesight.
This is like a frosting syringe of collagen. Like, whoop, whoop.
Does anyone notice that there's a hole on the side of his obliques?
The cut underneath the chest looks unnatural. No shoulder muscles, no arm muscles, just abs. Like chest, no.
How is this any different than the females who are getting the BBLs?
Bro, go ahead and put that fat in your ass, nigga. Get the BBL, nigga. Go ahead, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Live your truth, my nigga. Fuck it, at this point.
When you go to the gym, your whole body goes to the gym, dude. Not just your abs.
You're not going to get the same level of respect from other men if they know you got your physique through cosmetic enhancements.
That motherfucking titty was sad as hell. Like, I don't even want to be a part of this bullshit. That titty over here like this. He might have went to Turkey and said, give me the worst, nigga. Give me throw some braids in that bitch too, nigga. You hear me?
So like, if you get fat, are you fat with the abs on the outside? Because surely they must stay on.
They suck out the fat that's
there,
around the abs. So you have abs, and it's almost like permanent abs. Problem is, you can grow the fat back, but not in the parts that it's etched. So you can grow fat back and still have abs.
It's one of those ab electronic pad things.
Yeah, madness.
Work your abs while you're driving your car, while you're eating your breakfast.
Military technology, you can put these sticks on your abs.
Are you tired of struggling with sit-ups and crunches to get a flat stomach? Are you fed up with sweating for hours with no progress? Well, now you can have flat, sexy abs. Now you can eliminate that lower tummy pouch. Turn beer belly flab to fab. 3 seconds down and 3 seconds up. That's what gives you 6-second abs.
So he just popped out one day and he's got these abs. Your core audience stomach fat. And tell them where you get your abs from.
Genius. Actually, so much more funnier than that, like ab implants.
V12 is a liposuction machine, a very fast performing liposuction machine.
Sounds painful. Damn.
So that's where Drake's abs, Kendrick is saying, allegedly, comes from. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Fuck me. When he says the about last one, headshot for the year, you better walk around like Daft Punk. A few meanings from that. Bow, headshots. Yeah. And so you better walk around like Daft Punk.
With a helmet on so you don't get shot in the head. What did Daft Punk walk around with? It's like, oh yeah, big helmet on their head.
Another thing that I picked up on, I haven't really seen anyone put forward as a theory. Now I'm thinking about shot in the abs, shot in the stomach. So that's your last one, that's your last session. But then when he says headshot for the year, I also think it could mean you're only going to be taking shots from the head up, as in shots. Rick Ross accused Drake of basically hiding his abs in a certain way on stage because shit was looking flabby. Stitches or whatever they used were coming loose.
Yeah, you had that surgery, that six-pack going. That's why you wearing that funny shit at your show. You can't hide it, nigga.
So when Drake is taking pictures, he's not going to be taking them off his abs.
Right.
I have a 24-inch lie going on from here to here.
A fourth of your body's a lie. In the literal sense, nigga, it's not yours.
You're an improper fraction.
Remember, a top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion, my middle name, as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. Obviously, Drake was insinuating Kendrick was getting extorted by Top Dog to drop and give him 50.
Top say drop, you better drop and give him 50.
And here Kendrick is saying extortion is my middle name. As soon as you jump off that plane, you hit LA, then you're in my turf, and I will actually get you extorted. You have to pay your dues to me and check in with me when you're in my city. I'm allergic to the lame shit. Only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hang with. So Yachty's talking about here is Little Yachty, Lil Yachty. Done a lot with Drake. And also very recently, a reference track came out, proved that Drake has many ghostwriters providing him swag, giving him style.
I tell this bitch to pull up, she gon' moped it. My doggy don't smoke on shit unless it's unleaded. I don't back and forth over no net, so just gon' dead it.
If I tell this bitch to pull up, she gon' moped it. My doggy don't smoke on shit unless it's unleaded. I don't back and forth over no net, so just gon' dead it.
How many more black features do you feel? I don't care about who you hang with. And then he goes back to, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
What about Drake? You like Drake?
No.
My man. And he said, surprised you wanted that feature request. In the feature request, that could be potentially first-person shooter. Drake and J. Cole had invited Kendrick onto the track. Kendrick declined, and then they went on to do the track anyway. I genuinely think that shit to address when Drake was on ESPN because he threatened to not do their award show.
Drake comes on the show, and he felt a certain type of way about Kendrick. He wanted to really pat him on his head, be like, dog, that's cute what you doing, but you ain't me. When that show came out, y'all didn't see what Drake said. I'm the big dog. I got the numbers. I got the machine. I am the machine. Stay in your place, little man. And at the time, I thought it was all being recorded, so I'm like, I ain't tripping. The world gonna see.
12 o'clock comes. You can see everybody moving different in the studio. 12:15, producers call us up. That interview you guys did with Drake, was anything bad, wrong? 12:30, 12:45, Drake's people called and said, we shouldn't air that. 1 o'clock, they was like, we're not airing the interview. Whoever we talked to upstairs above our producers, this was a combo. Drake just called again. He said, if we air that interview, he's not hosting the ESPY. Now, why would you go through those steps? I think he had a wake-up call. I think he did the interview, and you know how it goes. Your people are right there watching. And at the end of it, they were like, you don't want that smoke.
And I get on the phone with Top Dog. I get on the phone with TDE, and they was like, all right, big homie, don't do nothing. Don't say nothing. What y'all seeing right now, why Kendrick stay ready, is because in 2014, he already knew this is where this was headed.
And it's probably something that hasn't been addressed, hasn't been spoken about. I even hate when you say the word nigga. But that's just me, I guess.
It bugged me, man. It bugged me because it was like somebody I looked up to at one point. It was somebody that I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that nigga.
I mean, I think we've all established that it's not the greatest word. But at the same time, it's a word that a lot of us just grew up with in our vocabulary.
Like, yo, that's that nigga.
For people that stand for, you know, everything that's right, it's unfortunate, you know, for them. It's just part of our culture.
Like, yo, that's that nigga.
Some shit just cringeworthy. He ain't even got to be deep, I guess. Like, he's just mocking him here, bro. He's actually just mocking him. Like, still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm glad that you're seeing success. Do your thing. Keep singing your melodic songs. I like you when you sing. I don't like you when you're acting tough. You just keep making me dance, waving my hands, and I won't be no threat. Do your job. I know they call you the boy, but where's the man? Because I ain't seen him yet. One of Drake's nicknames is the boy. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? But such a sick drop, as in just before he picks up the pace. When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop head to them. Sexy Red is
Sexy Red portrays herself as, in her own words, a ratchet hose or a bad bitch.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you, genius.
What the fuck was that?
So she's a ratchet hoe. The song that she blew up with was a song called Pound Town. My pussy hole pink, my booty hole brown. So real classy. So he's done a lot of features with her recently, and he'll be in like Instagram pictures with her. And like when girls go to the club, well, what do you selfie? When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. Literally, like, he's posed like he's I'm a bad bitch. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. He sees women as competition. They're dressed up with a girl. She looks better. And he's, oh shit, nah, man.
Man, you tell me what I can do, man.
He always wants to be the one who's getting the attention. You might pop ass with him. You might start twerking and doing shit with these women that you're in competition with. And then he says, let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I'll double back with you. You were signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. So if you remember, Drake again was talking about Kendrick splits. You're doing splits so hard, your pants might rip. Kendrick is saying, here, with show me your splits and I'll get back to you on that. Because you're signed to one guy, you're signed to another guy. You said he was signed to another guy.
Contract all fucked up. I guess that means you all fucked up. You signed to one nigga that signed to another nigga that signed to 3 niggas. Now that's bad luck.
In the last few years, Drake signed a deal worth about $400 million. This guy is in a slavery contract, essentially. It's a 360 deal. Every single thing he does, media-wise, visual, merch, anything, shows, anything that you do that has your name on it as an artist, we get a percentage of.
Drake appears to have finalized a mega deal with Universal Music Group that can net him $400 million when it's all said and done. The deal will cover Drake's recordings, publishing, merchandise, and visual media projects. This is a 360 deal, essentially. You give up everything pertaining to your likeness, we want to own it, but we're going to give you $500 million. Both Drake and Kendrick have deals with UMG, but they don't own everything Kendrick has. They own everything Drake has. Big difference.
They get just a tiny little cut of it at the end, isn't it? So that's what Kendrick's saying. You're getting like split and then split again. So it's like, what do you really have?
Exactly. And then he says, try cease and desist. And I like that record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back, I like that record. I like a back to that record. He's saying that Drake tried to put a cease and desist on the Like That record with him, Future, and Metro Boomin.
I don't follow you, nigga, cause you sent the motherfucking cease and desist to French Montana, nigga. You said the police nigga hated on my dog project.
I still picked you was even bad there. Wait.
I got a cease and desist from OVO for that video. Out of the million people on the internet, he sends me a cease and desist. There's no way. There's no way. All I did was break down your fucking lyrics, Drake. I don't know what the problem is.
He says, what? You didn't like that record? And he says, back to back. I like that record. Back to back, Drake song. He's saying, yeah, I like that. And I like what you did there. Dropped. And then he dropped again immediately. That's the whole back to back. I like that. I'm gonna get back to that. But when I call around trying to get dirt on niggas, y'all think my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got son to raise.
But I can see you don't know nothing about that.
I'm not gonna be calling around trying to get dirt on people to insert into just rap beef. I have a son to raise. I have a real life outside of this. Obviously, you don't know nothing about that. So obviously, it was known that Drake was denying his son. He was keeping his son from the world, or the world from his son, as he said at one point.
Is that true that you want to reveal the child with Adidas campaign and things like that?
I wasn't. I had at the time I was working with Adidas, and we were toying with the idea of a name being a play off of a name, off of my son's name. I wasn't revealing my son with Adidas, or like I wasn't gonna have my son fucking.
Right.
I actually did a DNA test for my son, and they said that the DNA test got ruined in transit. They couldn't be 100% sure that that was my son or not. I was in a really weird pending situation where I didn't want to go tell the world that that was my son, and it wasn't.
And more to that, Kendrick is like, I'm an everyday dad. I'm with my son when he wakes up, put my son to sleep. I take him through the day. I teach him morals. So he says, waking him up, no, nothing about that. Tell him to pray, no, nothing about that. And giving him tools to walk through life like day by day, no, nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. And then he says, 820v1 is 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring them out too, clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Bean is known to be a close contributor or ghostwriter for Drake. And so he's saying, actually, yeah, it's me versus your entire team of sweatshop of writers that you have locked up.
They basically put us in a studio, and it was like a studio camp almost. There were tents in there. There were like people flying
beats.
in. Yeah, make beats. Stay in the dungeon. Don't leave.
Like,
you cannot leave.
Literally tense. Literally
you can't
tense.
tell anyone you're working on this project.
We met like so many people that we now work with and collaborate with.
Yeah,
it was just crazy. Like there was actually tents.
Yeah,
like,
there are tents in the
tents.
studio. People were capping it. I slept in a tent in the studio.
Everything.
That whole side of the industry that you represent, it's like me versus them.
Your whole industry.
Yeah, it's me versus 20 of your ghostwriters.
Kendrick says it depends on what arena you're putting yourself in. I call myself the best rapper. I cannot call myself the best rapper if I have a ghostwriter. So if you're saying you're a different type of artist and you don't care about the art form and being the best, then so be it. But the title, it won't be there. So basically, if you want to be one of the best or the greatest of all time, you cannot have a ghostwriter. Do you all agree or disagree?
I agree.
Drake was peddling this thing of him being Thanos, and that Kendrick and Future, Metro Boomin and Rick Ross, The Weeknd, and they've had to basically pile on saying that everyone's against him. People are going along with it. People going, yeah, they're having to team up on Drake because he's just too big. I think the whole narrative for his team was, if he's seen to defeat, in public at least, all of these people, he's undisputed. Go, he could claim that. And obviously there's always a commercial angle to that. It's not really about the legacy for these people, it's about the bottom line. He had another shoe deal with Nike, which they would get cut off because of the 360 deal. If he had won the battle, and that would have been the perfect launching point for his trainers. So he says, am I battling Ghost or AI? They can feel it like Joel Osteen. Funny, he was in a film called AI, about 6 cents telling me to off him. Now, this, I believe, was probably the only misnomer made. Who he is referring to is Joel Haley Osment, the kid in 6 Cents.
I see dead people.
But he, I believe, mixed him up with Joel Osteen, who's like this guru guy who set up his own church and he's got followers and stuff like this. So I think he literally just mixed those up. What's funny is that you do have people who are like tying in both. So they're like, no, because Joel Osteen was this pastor, so he's tying it in like, I generally just think he just fucked it up.
And I'm dying to ask if you've been following the like online conversation about the Kendrick Drake.
Yeah, just a little bit. The way I've heard people talk about that and certain analysis that I've read about it, I think that it's an intentional scrambling of my name and that other guy's name, because Kendrick's too precise to just make a mistake like that, I think.
So Joel Haley Osment, he was in The Sixth Sense, and he was also in a film called AI. So now when Kendrick says, am I battling Ghosts or AI? He's saying, am I battling Ghostwriters or AI? The Tupac song was AI. Was it the Ghost of Tupac? Am I battling Ghosts or AI? And then I'm a blick niggas all in their coffin. Yeah, OVO niggas as dick riders. Tell them run to America. They imitate heritage, but they can't imitate this violence. It's hard. So OVO, October's very own, Drake's label and his imprint. Kendrick has finally turned it into OVO. So that's always fun. So OVO niggas as dick riders. You almost have to be reminded that, oh yeah, Drake is Canadian, moonlights with enough of the American stars. He's an American personality, you could say. But this whole thing of Canadians trying to imitate their heritage, but the things that makes America America are not the things that made Canada. You guys come over here, try to steal our swag all you want. You can't imitate the realness. You can't copy this. Then he says, what I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Drake digging his own grave with Taylor Made, going against the West Coast numerous times, bringing Tupac's Ghost out, bringing Snoop Dogg's personage out without permission.
I thought that was kind of corny, reaching for 2 of our well-known West Coast affiliates. He probably thought it was gonna gather him some likes. When you come to the West Coast and South Central and Compton and Long Beach, dudes are kind of gonna tend to back each other. Kendrick's from Compton, and because of how strong Tupac was and how he felt about representing that side, I think he would have been all out down for, with the Kendrick movement.
Drake using AI and doing like the Tupac thing and the Snoop thing gave me an insight more into like his character. It almost feels like there's an element of insecurity to use AI instead of using your own voice, to almost mask yourself. It's just like using AI and disguise your voice and be a voice that no one knows. You are being artistic in that and find out, oh, it's Drake. Oh, that's interesting. To try and make out that you are like the god of hip hop, fucking Tupac, and then the granddaddy of hip hop, Snoop. It's like, are you compensating? Hiding behind the voice almost. Damn.
So Kendrick could just use that now. They don't like us. And actually, I'm fine with it. I'll push the line. I'll pick a nigga off one at a time with it. It could be in a 3-hour time difference, which is the time difference between Canada and LA. And then he says, don't speak on a family, Crody. You can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone gonna bleed in your family, Crody. Brody is, again, like Canadian slang. It's like Brody.
Yeah. I was thinking that's might be what it was.
Canadians trying to imitate America. And he's just taking a piss saying, yeah, Crody.
Yeah, big time.
Drake brought up certain people in push-up, as we covered. He brought up Whitney. And that's really, I think, the focus of what Kendrick's talking about. I don't talk about anyone I like, really. But he's already done it. So he's saying, bro, just speak on the family. Like, it can get deep. And even that it can get deep in the family is Kendrick literally comes from a line of Pyru bloods in terms of LA. Gang politics out there are completely different than anywhere else in America. It's large pockets of their culture is 100% gangs, passed down generation to generation. It's not, oh, I want to be in this gang, man. I want to get jumped in. Can I wear this bandana? It's like, if you're were born in this patch. That's where you come from. Well, so when he said it gets deep, it's like, I'm so deep. Not even neighborhood, bro. Like the whole of Compton.
You actually said that Drake is reaching. Kendrick never claimed to be a blood.
His representation, what it was. Everybody knew where he lived, where he grew up. That was basically what he wanted to portray. I'm not all out red ragged and khaki suits and tattoos of the neighborhood, but I grew up over here. I'm still going to represent where I'm from. I never went through the situations where I got put on or that type of things. But when you grow up in the hood, you're still a part of the neighborhood. And so that's where he came from with it.
King Kunta, like when he's in the hood, those aren't extras just there to sort of be in a video and then they're going to discuss, they don't know him, don't really like him. Those are actually his people. But yeah, Kendrick actually from it. And then he says, I be at New Ho King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. I mean, you're cheesing, fam. You can do this right now on the camera, Brody. New Ho King, now a famous Chinese place in Canada. The backstory there is that once upon a time, Drake was actually like robbed there, like he was set up by some shit. And they just come from New Ho King.
So the story goes, May 31st, 2009, Drake is having dinner with Chantel Brown in Little Italy in Toronto. They finish dinner, they're leaving the spot. He gets to his truck, she gets in, he gets in. Soon as he gets in, two dudes run up on the truck, weapons drawn. Here's where Drake says he believes he knows he was set up. They asked him for his watch and his chain, but he says he had on a coat and he had on a pullover and the chain and everything was under that, so there's no way they could have known what he was coming with. His necklace that Lil Wayne had just given him, they get AP and then they get a couple racks out of his pocket. Before they run off, a good Samaritan that was at the restaurant runs up and, starts, hey, what are y'all doing? And they get shook and they take off down the street.
So even that's like just a little jab, eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy. So yeah, blammy going, but I'll just be chilling, like eating fried rice, again, just taking a piss. Tell me you're cheesing, fam. That again is Canadian slang. I think cheesing is like being pissed off. Yeah, cheesed off.
Do you like cheese? To cheese off, it's not get your goat, but it's mildly irritated or annoyed, okay?
We can do this right now on the camera, Crowley. Hey, fuck y'all niggas. I don't trust y'all niggas. I'll wave one finger and fuck y'all niggas like, field goal, punt y'all niggas. They punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Going back to the whole extortion, oh, you're on a 50%, your splits are crazy. Saying nobody's ever took my food. They're punking you. No one's ever punked me. He takes an Instagram picture that gets so many views. You get some ad revenue off of that. They get ad revenue off of that. That's why he's so frequent posting on like Instagram, because it's another revenue stream that they can tap into. They're just gonna get hauled out basically. Whoever's fucking with him, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. It's something you don't want to do. It's disgusting, bro. Disgusting. Great. This line again, very telling. Bit foreshadowing here. Whoever's fucking with him, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. As you said, he's going against the whole industry. Whoever's on that side, whoever's with him, whoever supports you, fuck you too. I don't care about the industry. You take it there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't want to do. Mark, let me tell you.
I'm guessing they take it there. I'm guessing.
They took something. And then the outro, yeah, just a little, ooh. We don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
Yo, that's that nigga.
No, nigga. No. 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 Nigga.
So,
yes,
that is the dissection, inspection of Kendrick Lamar Euphoria.
Just a wee number, as they say.
Yeah.
Maybe up in Scotland. So far on this saga, like you knew Drake was going to get buried at some point. Like, it had to happen. Imagine being Drake, like, and hearing this song and just being like,
shit, man. Who's the best ghostwriter? Yeah.
Man, you tell me what I can do, man.
Like, even with this track, it's like almost like he's holding back. It just gives you a glimpse of what he can do. But then even still, you can tell he's keeping some reserves. He's still keeping something in the tank. Oh man, to think that this is going to escalate, now I'm invested. Now it's almost like, it's not just a battle of words. It's not just a battle of personalities. Now it's like a battle of art.
Literally like the definition of what an artist is. Pusha T. The only thing that I would have wished for is that there was like more thought put into it. I expected more from Kendrick.
I feel yes. You can only really listen to it probably about another 10,000 times before you get bored with it.
Yeah, just do better, man. Learn from Drake.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
They say if you want a six-pack, you have to put in the work. At Rockless Road, we think, nah, why strain, sweat, or strive when you can simply consume confidence Introducing the Rockless Six-Pack. 6 perfectly identical tubs of artificial vanilla excellence delivered straight to your door, destined for your stomach. Each scoop is infused with our proprietary blend of artificial vanilla and synthetic determination, giving you the appearance of effort with absolutely none of the inconvenience. Finally, you can sculpt your body of work. Become a Rockless Road lifetime subscriber today, and we'll send your Milk Stash beard set and head freeze braids absolutely free. Crafted from non-dairy remnants of frozen pride. But wait, there's more. The head freeze replaceable braid set. Attach instantly, remove whenever culture feels optional. Styled to suit all face types, reusable, reversible, and reassuringly removable, because growing one was never in your DNA. The Rockless Six-Pack. No conscience, no commitment, no crunches.
Use code V12 for extra speedy delivery. We'll make sure it's a fast one.